You have always wanted to stop wasting time and feeling lost, right? You've always wanted to unlock opportunities for you and open those doors that you feel have been closed for so long, right? You want to be that person who walks in a room and everyone turns, right? You want to be that person who you feel that people are excited to meet, people want to listen to, and people respect. And you actually go after your dreams and your ambitions to the point that you inspire everyone around you and you become a leader and someone who is respected, right? Confidence. You want to build your confidence, but every time you want to, you keep on trying and then stopping, right? If you are that person and you're here, then this video is for you. How do you build confidence? How do you start? You have always wanted to stop feeling uninspired and feel as if you have something to contribute to this world, right? You've always wanted to be that person who goes after their goals and their dreams and does it no matter how hard it gets, no matter what obstacles they face, and you end up building something for your life, right? But then the irony of it is that every time you want to try, you stop yourself, or you feel you're not good enough, or you feel you're not motivated enough, or you feel you're not inspired enough, or you feel you don't have what it takes. You keep on scrolling in social media and looking at people who have the life that you wish you had, and all that keeps on making you feel is that you failed and you don't have what it takes and that you're not someone who can actually do things like them, right? You keep on just waking up and you don't have this ambition, you don't have this motivation. You feel maybe you have a job or maybe you don't have, but whatever circumstances you are in, you keep on feeling you don't have what it takes and you would want to do more with your life, right? Hello, my name is Brightstar, and this is not just another star. This one is bold, bright, and a little bit extra. And if you are new here, welcome to this channel, welcome to my world. And if you've ever lost your light, I hope you find a little bit of it here. Now, on to today's topic. How do you gain confidence? The irony of this video is that I myself am struggling to do this video because I'm a little bit anxious. And I think that tells you confidence is not something you're born with. Despite I being very good at speaking, I am still struggling to stand here and talk about this topic. It's something I've wanted to say for some time, but I'm still, anxious. And that tells you confidence isn't something that we are all given. Sometimes it's a skill that you have to learn. And so, how do you gain confidence? I believe the best thing that you can do to yourself is speak words of positivity. What are you telling yourself when you're alone? What do you tell yourself whenever you look at yourself in the mirror? What do you tell yourself whenever you fail? Please, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you experience, don't dare tell yourself negative words. Remember, it all starts here. It all starts in the mind. And the moment you tell yourself you're fat, you're not good enough, you look ugly, you don't have what it takes, trust me, it's going to affect everything that is happening in your world. No matter what you go through, please, please speak only words of positivity to yourself. We are very kind to other people. Why are we so mean to ourselves? Why is it that we can take time to tell everyone how they can do it, how they are good enough, how they look good, and we don't do the same? When you wake up and then you go to the mirror, first thing you have to tell yourself is, hey, you are beautiful. You have all it takes. You can actually do it. You are born to be great. You have all the talents and the skills that you need. That one will actually guide you so much, so much to become confident. And when you start feeling confident, when you start feeling good internally, it will reflect. It will show. It's going to show. Practice, practice, practice. If there's something you are scared of doing, there is no better way of becoming confident and doing it than putting yourself all out there and doing it over and over. Repeating it, repetition, repetition, repetition. For instance, if you're scared of public speaking, then do it in front of the mirror even 10 times. Ask your friends or family members to hold you accountable and keep doing it. Do not be afraid of over practicing. You have to do it and do it over and over again. You have to repeat it even if it's 10 times. If it's a skill you want to learn and you're not confident to do it or you don't feel you're good at it, then it harms no one, not even yourself. It harms no one to even take 1 year or 2 years or even 10 years practicing the same skill, practicing the same thing that you want to be good at. For instance, I don't like photos because I use one hand and I hid my hand for years. So I've never been confident to pose in front of the camera. Okay? And I struggle until today. I love videos, but I don't like photos. So what do? I keep practicing. A month ago, 2 months ago, I made a promise to myself that I don't like photos because I don't feel good at it and I don't feel confident when posing, but I am going to practice until I am good at it. I am going to watch videos online and I am going to put myself out here until I learn how to pose. That's how you do it. It takes away the nervousness from you. As long as you keep on practicing, putting the hard work and repeating it. Like, a lot of people fail because they refuse to give themselves time. Give yourself time. Give yourself time. You can be good at anything, and I promise you, anything, if you could just give yourself time and repeat it and do whatever it takes to learn it, no matter how long it takes. Give yourself time. Be okay with failure. I know this will be a little bit controversial, but let's face it. Why are you scared of trying what you want to do? Why are you scared? It's because you are afraid of failing. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of not being good enough. But the moment you tell yourself that failure is part of the process, failure is part of the journey before you become successful, then you've actually won the confidence game. You've actually won it because you will know every time you fail, it just reflects that you tried something that did not work. Even when you look at history, people who made it actually failed so many times. But then they kept on trying and trying again, and they did not let failure stop you. They did not let failure stop them. That's the same thing for you. Why are you stopping? Why are you not confident just because someone rejected you 10 years ago? Why are you not confident just because the job that you applied for didn't pick you? It just means they didn't have a good taste. On a lighter note, but it just means that you need to keep on knocking the doors. And even when you fail, don't let it reflect as if you're failing. No, you are not failing. It actually a way that you've learned that will not work, and that is not your permanent destination. Your destination is success. So every failure, everything that you do and it doesn't work is actually leading you to your destination. Don't let one failure, 10 failures stop you. You have to constantly keep rising up no matter what you go through, because that way you will always be confident. Celebrate small wins. You might actually be the greatest person at something and you keep on winning and winning, but if you don't stop to just celebrate the small wins that you do daily, you're gonna burn out and you are going to start feeling anxious and as if you're not accomplished. Whatever small thing that you accomplish, please write it down, celebrate it, share with your friends, whatever it takes for you to feel you are doing something. Even if probably, let's say you are handling anxiety or you are depressed, and then you wake up today and then you make your bed and you make yourself breakfast. Celebrate that. It deserves celebration because you've actually overcome something that you're struggling with. Why do we find it so easy to celebrate other people but not ourselves? Celebrate small wins, okay? Start writing down everything that you accomplish and tell yourself, hey, I am so proud of you. Hey, I am proud that you've done this. Hey, I know that you are doing better and you'll keep doing better. That will actually send some signals to your brain and you will learn how to just be confident knowing that you're actually taking baby steps and you're going somewhere. And while at celebrating small wins, sometimes they don't have to be your wins. Sometimes they don't have to be your wins. They can be your family's win. They can be your friend's win. Celebrate them. Send them a text. Call them. Send them a card. You know what that does to you? It reminds you that if they can do it, so can you. And I mean, the beauty of life is celebrating the small things that you do. I am a victim though. As a high achiever, I've had a hard time celebrating small wins. But nowadays, every time I do something small, I tell myself, Brightstar, I am proud of yourself. And it has actually helped me be confident and show up knowing that I'm actually progressing. Because for some time, I was feeling I'm not progressing. When in reality, your progressing doesn't have to look like other people. The reason why you're so unhappy is that you're comparing their wins with your wins. But remember, everyone posts their big moments. You don't know what they're going through behind the scenes. So don't compare yourself. Just celebrate your small wins and know that our journeys are different. And yeah, you'll find yourself feeling motivated to do things and feeling confident to be yourself. Work on your environment. Environment is very powerful in determining if you feel confident or not. Okay? And I know sometimes we tend to ignore those we spend time with, those who we invest ourselves in, and we try to be confident, while in reality, if those around you don't believe in you, you cannot be confident at all. Detach yourself and let go of anyone who makes you feel bad about yourself. Okay? You have to be okay with letting people go just because they keep on focusing maybe on your flaws and things that don't matter instead of building you up. Surround yourself with people who are ambitious, people who want to go to places, people who want the best for you, and they are also working on their life, so they don't have time to put you down because they actually see the best out of you and bring out that best in you. And also you yourself, try so much as possible to also be the best environment for those who are around you. Try and be the best example because our environment shape our reality and our thinking. And some of you might not have the best environment, but they say we can always make choices, right? You can actually live and go live in another place and make new friends. Just relocate if you have to. Sometimes they say kings are not celebrated in their own towns. And if you are that king or queen who are not celebrated in your own area where you were born, or maybe where you've been for some time, it's time for you to change your environment. You need to be around inspired people, ambitious people, dreamers, thinkers, and people who actually bring the best in you. And if you do that, you will realize how confident you will be because you're not doubting yourself. All of you are actually bringing the best out of you and you're encouraging each other to be the best. Keep your words to yourself. Okay, if you've not been confident for a while and this is the time you're starting, you need to start with setting small daily goals, okay? You are going to write down what is it that you need to do and start ticking them one by one. Now, that is so easy. It's very easy to just write down what you want to write, okay? The challenge comes at keeping your words to yourself. That is committing and showing up, even when you don't feel like doing it. If you say you're going to work out, if you say you are going to call even one client, if you say you are going to get out of bed and just stroll, or you are going to visit one friend, or you are going to start a business you said, you need to make steps daily. Because the moment you tell your brain, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it, then you end up so worked up. You end up feeling like you failed, and then your brain stops trusting you. And when that happens, then you will not be confident at all because you will fail. If I cannot keep words to myself, how am I supposed to keep words to other people? So it's very, very important to commit to whatever you say and try and see it to the end, even when you're not feeling motivated or inspired. Because I understand you're starting now to start feeling confident, so I don't expect you to be a pro at it, but I expect you to be disciplined, just a little bit disciplined, a little bit disciplined to commit your words to yourself. Just be committed to whatever you said you'll do. And it can only be one thing at a time, like a day. You can even have one goal a day, but make sure you do that goal. If you want to be yourself, if you want to record one video, record only one video a day. Then keep the momentum growing from there. And remember, for you to be committed either to other people, you have to start by yourself. Again, while at it, keep your words to other people. It builds your confidence knowing that whatever I said I'll do to so-and-so, I've already done it. And it doesn't matter what it costs, even if it's time, money, or hard work, just make sure that you commit yourself. I am a victim. Every time I say I'm going to do something, let's say I say I'll go to the gym and I sleep, I've even pulled the gym closer. And then I wake up in the morning, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to the gym, I'm feeling tired. And then I don't go to the gym. My day is just ruined. My confidence just spirals and I don't feel good enough to do stuff. So I've learned it's very, very important to just commit myself to what I say and be truthful to myself. Because if I can be very honest with myself and keep words that I've committed to do, then I can do that to everybody. Start with you. Spend time with yourself. For you to be confident, you will have to know who exactly you are. Who are you? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What ticks you? What is that one thing that you want to do and you will do it so well, but you keep on not doing it? Who are you? What are your business goals? What are your financial goals? Who are you as a person? Sometimes you're just not confident because you've not taken time to understand who you are. Because the moment you understand who you are able to actually work on the things that you want to do. And the more you work on yourself, the more you become confident. Who are you? What are your weaknesses? What are your failures? What are your scars? How is your childhood? What is the one thing that broke you? And how do you let go of the trauma that was inflicted to you, maybe by your guardians or your parents? You cannot understand all those things unless you decide to spend time with yourself. Just alone. I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult because every time I try to reflect on my life, I get sick, I cry because it has been a painful journey, really. But you cannot be confident if you don't master yourself, who you are, and what makes you feel afraid. And once you do, once you realize your weaknesses, once you realize the things that affect you, then you can actually invest. If it's therapy, if it's reading books, if it's watching videos, whatever it is that it takes for you to invest in becoming confident, you can do that. And then again, while you are knowing yourself, know the things that have actually stagnated you for a while. And be firm with your boundaries while at it. Because sometimes you're not confident because you let people walk all over you. You let people determine who you are and you've not spent time with yourself to understand that, hey, I can actually make a decision on who I want to be. On that one, maybe I have a lot of experience to share on there, but it took me time, spending time with myself to accept my hand. Throughout my life, I was not confident. I used to hide my hand. I used to feel I'm not enough. I used to feel I am not having enough to be what I want to be and what God created me to be without my hand being okay. But then, when I started spending time with myself, I started reading books, I started, understanding how my journey has impacted me. It actually built me to know that, okay, cool, my hand might be like this, but then again, I can actually speak. I'm very good at public speaking. I can actually write. I'm very good at writing. I am good at fashion. It helped me understand who I am and then now work on my strengths and leave my weaknesses. And that's what I would want you to do. And the moment I started doing that, I became very confident. I became confident to show up. I became confident to just be me and stop changing things that I couldn't. And while at it, I also realized I have problems with setting boundaries, and that will leave me feeling so unconfident because I would sacrifice everything for other people and not myself. And that's still something that I'm in a journey of fixing. I still do that. I can give the last cents I have to someone else, not myself. But I'm trying to invest in myself and know that it's actually okay to have boundaries and say no and also invest in my goals. So yeah, that wouldn't have been possible if I didn't spend the last few years of my life getting to know who I am. Do the same, get to know who you are, and write down. Please have books around you or even tablets or whatever it is that you use. I'm a little bit old school. I use books, but whatever it is that you can actually use to track who you are, have conversations with yourself. They are painful, they are hard, but trust you me, the moment you understand who you are, the moment you understand what ticks you, the moment you understand what makes you to be better, trust you me, your confidence will move from here to here. Do something that you're afraid of every day. Every day, commit yourself to one thing that you are scared of doing. That's how you build confidence. You know, confidence is a skill. And for you to develop a skill, you actually have to commit yourself and do the work. And trust you me, your confidence level will skyrocket so much if you could actually commit yourself to one thing that you're scared of. Myself, the thing I'm scared of doing the most is YouTube videos. I have been wanting to do YouTube videos for years, but then I do one video and then I disappear, and then I come back, I create another channel, and then I disappear, because every time I stand in front of the camera, I get anxious. Even right now, I'm very anxious. I'm actually trying to calm down, but then I am here committing myself to doing it every day. And I hope this time I keep my words to myself, as you said, and I actually do it every day. Just go through your fears, like sit down with a pen and a paper and ask yourself, what is it that I'm scared of doing? And also, I was very scared of showing my hand. So nowadays, I'm showing myself. As you can see, I am in a short, no, actually, I'm in a, this. Okay, you see. I've forgotten the name because of my anxiety, but let's go ahead. I was saying do one thing every day that you're scared of. That one will actually help you so well, because we become good and confident at things by doing them and facing our monsters, facing our fears, facing whatever it is that makes us feel scared. You just have to commit yourself, and you don't have to do things at a go. I know this because every time I write a long list of what I'm supposed to do, I get anxious. I never end up doing anything. So I've realized committing myself to only one thing. Right now, my fear is YouTube, so I'll commit myself to YouTube. The next fear I have is singing. I've always wanted to sing, but I keep on, because I'm scared, so I'm going to commit myself. But if I commit myself to all of them at a go, then I am going to not be confident. So commit yourself to something, show up daily, and become good at it. Become good at it. And your confidence will grow. And while we are becoming good at it, it will really help you if you could actually be very good at something. Choose one thing, whatever it is, whatever your dream is, whatever that you want to do, and then become very good at it. And don't stop until you invest in that thing and become really good and the best in that field. Let's say you want to be a musician. Become so good. Do the courses. Get a voice coach. Do whatever it takes for you to be the best and excellent in that thing. If you want to be in fashion, become the best dressed in the room at any time. If you want to start a business, select a niche and then go for it and become the best in that field. If you want to have a nice body, then work so hard in the gym and just check your diet until you become the best at it. Becoming good at something has a way of building your confidence, because once you work in silence, once you work behind closed doors, and then your results start speaking and everyone starts noticing, it becomes the best thing that can happen to you. You actually start becoming very confident because you are good at something other than you being beautiful or you being, I don't want to be personal, but other than the physical outside, other than the physical part of it, you can actually be good at something. A talent, a career, a hobby, become an excellent person. And you'll be surprised how you'll actually be confident once you become the best in one particular thing. Have clarity. Sometimes you're not confident enough because you don't know what is it that you actually want to be. And I do understand you, because like for the last 1 year, I've not been confident myself. And that's why this video is very important for me to do. And that's why I'm actually anxious when I'm speaking about it, because it's something I've been struggling with myself. And this points is the research I've done when I was trying to be confident again. I was always a very confident child, but somehow, somewhere on the way, as I was growing, I met, I lived with almost 7 families. I lived with people who actually said bad things to me, and I started doubting myself. And so I've been trying to find my confidence again, and that's what I'm saying, have clarity on what you want. And I realized the reason why I was not so confident for the last 1 year or so is because I am in fashion. I have a fashion business, but I don't want to be in fashion anymore. I want to go to music or even YouTube and do other things. But then that left me not knowing what exactly I want to do. And when I was sure that I only wanted to do fashion, I was very motivated about my business. But the moment that I was not sure if I want to go on with that, my confidence level dropped. I was not able to deal with clients. I was just delegating everything because I was not confident to do it and I wasn't sure. And what that told me is that it's very important to have clarity on what you want and actually have clarity on your goals, because if you don't know where you're going, your confidence is going to be messed up, because you'll just be circling around the same place and you don't feel you're going anywhere and you don't feel like you have a purpose. It's hard to figure out and know what is it that you want in this life. It's really hard, but try and work on something. And if you have like 10 things you want to do, like myself, I have almost 10 things that I want to do. I want to write books, I want to travel, I want to be a musician, I want to do YouTube videos like this. So what you do is that you can give each one of them a timeline. And as you try them and you do them, you're gonna know what is for you and what is not for you. And that's what exactly I'm doing at the moment. So if I do YouTube maybe for a year and I don't like it, or I feel it's not the one for me, I'm gonna move on to something else until I find what is it that makes me tick. So that's the same thing as you have clarity. And if you don't have clarity on what you want to do and what you want to become, know that your confidence is going to be damaged. And because of that reason, have a strategy and a plan of trying everything that you want to do in life. And if you try and you don't like it, be okay with moving to the next thing. Be okay, because I think part of clarity is realizing when things have not worked for you and just letting them go. So be okay. Don't be stuck for so long if you feel something is not working. I think that's a mistake I've done with my fashion business. I felt I need to move to something else, but I never did. I was always holding it as if it's a baby. So try and be okay with constantly moving to the next step and evolving and learning what is it that you want to be and what is it that you want to do, and creating more clarity. Because the moment you find what is it that you're meant to do, confidence will skyrocket, because you will know this is what I'm meant to do, and you will give your 100%. And trust me, someone who is confident and they're doing something, their results and what they do is totally different from who is not confident. So the moment you end up figuring out and being clear on what you want in life, you will be very confident, because you can commit and show up with 100%. Okay? Okay. Stop worrying about others and focus on you. Yes, the focus here is you. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you, because the reason why you're not confident, and you know this is true, is that you keep on looking around and wondering what everyone is you keep on wondering what everyone is thinking of you. But can I tell you something? As someone who's done there, I've always looked around to see who is staring at my hand. And that was not a good thing, because even right now, the reason why I'm doing videos in this empty hole is that I'm scared of being in the public and doing stuff. But don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't worry, because what I've also come to realize is that a lot of people are just worried about themselves. They are anxious. They are worried about their finances. They are going through a lot behind the scenes, and they're not worried about you. They're actually worried only about themselves. And even if you try something, maybe you put yourself out there and it doesn't work and it's embarrassing and maybe they troll you, it's only for a day. Or a week, or even a month at most, and then after that they forget about you and move on to other things. So if you could put that in your mind, that people are not worried about you, they're not focusing on you, they might, in case you know things don't work out, but they are not entirely focused on you. So you need to focus on yourself, just like everybody is doing. People here are dealing with a lot and they are focusing only on themselves, and it's time you focus only on you. Focus on how do you look good? How do you work on yourself? How do you become the greatest person in this world? How do you become the best version of yourself? How? And the moment you focus only on yourself and not others, it will actually give you a lot of confidence, because you will know that whatever you're doing, no one is watching. And even if they are, it's only for a few. But if you keep on doing it and you become good at it, they will now start noticing and they will clap for you and applaud you once you become good at whatever it is that you're trying to do. So stop worrying about people and just worry about you. You are the star of your own life. You are the star of your own life. Focus that energy on you. Focus that energy on you. And I know sometimes when you're saying about focusing on others, it also includes social media. Remember, everyone is not posting their failures. People are posting their best selves. I look like this, right? I'm posting myself like this, but probably sometimes I don't look like this, but I don't post that. So if you focus on other people online and you stop comparing yourself to them, always take a quick check and tell yourself this: they are posting their best moments. They also have bad times. And stop comparing your worst times with people's best times. Build your own perception of yourself. Today morning, I was listening to Dr. Ivan Joseph talk in YouTube about his son. He was talking about confidence, and he said his son is not so good at football. He got the skills from him, and but every time he asks him, "Hi son, how was the game?" and the son says, "Oh, it was great. I scored like 3 goals." But then when the father looks at it, he did not see him touching the ball, but he interprets his own winning according to himself. And I found that really, really interesting, that this young man has actually hacked the skill of confidence, because he's not scored any goal, but he interprets it that he has scored the goal and he's the biggest player. And I think that is something that all of us can borrow. Have how you perceive yourself, like build a different perception of yourself from how everyone perceives you. And let me say this: growing up, people might have told you that you were not good enough, or you are fat, or you were ugly, or you didn't have what it takes to grow and become a successful person. But then as you grow, you actually have to build your own perception that you are great, that you have what it takes, that you are actually loved, and you have the best shot at becoming a star. Yeah, and I think when it comes to myself, it's the same thing. I had to build a totally different perception of myself, given that I didn't have, I don't know my dad, but I know my mom, but we didn't have the best relationship. And my mom didn't think I was a blessing when I was a child, actually. Yeah, she left. And I've healed right now, I've accepted that, but my mom didn't think I was anything that was going to be great. And when I was growing up, when she came when I was a few years older, and she had a hard time accepting me, and I kept telling her, "You know what, mom, I'm going to be successful." Bye. It's a long story that needs its own YouTube video. But then as I was growing up, I had to build my own perception. I was like, hey, to my mom, I was not the best child and I was never going to be anything, but hey, watch this space. I am going to be successful. I am going to be the greatest the world has ever produced. So sometimes it takes you, especially if you come from a very broken family, it takes you building your own perception, totally different from what people told you. And sometimes it takes you interpreting things according to yourself. If someone tells you you're fat, just say, okay, maybe I'm just curvy. If someone tells you you are short, tell them, yeah, I can be carried by anybody. Like, you have to keep on interpreting things according to yourself. And if people throw negative things to you, interpret them to be positive. It's hard. It's a skill that you have to learn, but that has actually helped me a lot with my confidence. And even when you go to social media, some of my videos that I do, you find a lot of people are commenting on my hand. But what do? I ignore those negative comments and just go and reply to the positive ones, because I'm trying to build a perception of myself that I am great and I am more than what happened to me when I was growing up. So yeah, whatever it is, if you're not good at mathematics or you're not good at any subject, you can decide to build a perception that you're good at it. And trust me, it will build your confidence, because once you start believing, remember the first point I said, positive self-talk. So once you start believing that you are the best at something, it doesn't matter what everyone says. Everything else becomes noise. And whatever you believe supersedes. So the moment you believe you are great at something, then your confidence will shoot, because you will be knowing you are the best, and you will build yourself according to how you think. So build positive self-perception and ignore the negative ones. While on building a perception towards yourself, I think it's important I say you have to be very mindful of the feedback you get. So the feedback you get, if it's negative, tell them, okay, but then interpret it according to yourself. That's what I'm saying. Because when someone looks at me, they might give me the feedback that I am very tiny, but I can also tell them, I am still growing. I don't know how to put it, but I think you understand the point. The feedback that people give you, sieve it. Like, have a layer of knowing that someone might just tell you something, especially, there's a difference between constructive criticism and just negative feedback. So the negative feedback, don't let it get it to you. Sieve it and only interpret it according to you. I think that's what I meant when I said how you perceive yourself. And I will not do you justice if I don't tell you this. You have to give yourself permission to be confident. Sometimes you're not confident because you're not allowing yourself to be confident. You are actually scared of what you can achieve and what you will be if you become confident. And so you have to look at yourself and tell you, hey, Brightstar, I know I don't feel I have what it takes, but I'm giving myself permission to be confident. I'm giving myself permission to get out here and kill it. I'm giving myself permission to get out here and become the best at whatever that I do. Okay? Give yourself permission, because sometimes, especially if your parents or especially if your background didn't give you permission to be great, you keep on waiting for someone to give you that permission. And sometimes you're lucky to meet mentors or friends or family members that you make in future that actually give you permission to be. But most of the time, you end up attracting the patterns that you had as a child. So you'll attract people who actually make you not feel good enough, and it breaks you more and more. So you have to know that the permission is not given by anyone other than yourself. And I think for the longest time, I was always waiting for someone to give me permission to be great. And I realized no one is coming. I actually thought my dad will have come by now and give me that permission, but he's never showed up. So I'm giving myself permission to show up and just show up to the world. So give yourself permission. Give yourself, and know that it's okay whatever happens to you in the past. Wherever, it's okay, whatever you've been through, but you give yourself permission to be confident, because once you become confident, success will actually start following you. Last but not least, dress up. I mean it. Dress up. I know this is not a point for everybody, but if you are a fashion person or you love looking good, dress up. Dress up. Like, make sure you look good. Like, just make sure you dress up. You do your hair. You do your hair. You do your makeup. Okay, I don't do my makeup. Not yet, but probably I will. You do your, you wear your chains, your jewelry. Just make sure you dress up. Dress up. And we all have different styles. But what I've learned is dressing up actually shifts your confidence very, very much. Now, if you don't believe me, I have a short story to give you. When I was a child, I was very confident, okay? I was the top of my school, the top in my class. I was, talented. I was a good writer. I was all that. So I was very confident. But then as a teenager, I stopped being confident, because that's the time I became aware of my hand and I started heading it through her. And I'm using my hand a lot in this story because that's where I've had to really build confidence at. And for the longest time, I wasn't confident. For years, throughout my teenagehood, I was not confident. And this is why, because people will just focus on my hand and stay. And it made me feel, because my dream was to be a superstar, I was like, how can I be a superstar when everyone focuses on my hand? Until I started dressing up. The confidence booster. It was such a confidence booster, because when I started dressing up, the shift changed from my hand. The shift changed from other minor things to who does your clothes, to who dresses you. And I would walk in a room until today. I'm not bragging. I am not bragging, but I walk in rooms and heads turn, and people want to know who is that girl, because I dress up and I dress up totally. And for me, I didn't plan to dress up. It's just that I was in fashion, so I needed to sell my clothes. So I became the model. It was not a plan. But looking at how God put it, it was because God knew that was going to be my confidence booster. It really boosted me so much. And I think that's something I can say. If you're not feeling confident, please, just do your makeup, do your hair, and then do your, dress up in the best way you can. It will boost your confidence. And I know there are different types of confidence. Let's face it, there's a physical one, there's a social one. So this one is for the physical one. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, it shows. And even today, if I'm walking in a room and I'm not fully dressed, I am not so confident. I'm like, But then when I'm fully dressed, you will feel it. Like I will walk in and the energy will be 100%. And so, yeah, as someone who dresses up, I can say it doesn't matter how you feel or what you've been through or you're not feeling good enough. Dress up. Just try it. Please try it, even if it's for one day. And see how it is. And dress up and show up somewhere. You can even dress up and go outside and just buy a cup of coffee. I mean, who said you need special occasions to dress up? Who told you that? No, you're supposed to dress up. You can dress up and sit in the house. You can dress up and go and just take coffee. You can dress up and go meet a friend. Just dress up. Start showing up for yourself. And when you take a lot of effort to take care of yourself, you even feel good. And when you feel good, confidence. So yeah, I think there are so many ways of building confidence. Maybe there are other things that I've left, but if I have, please share with us down there. And yeah, if you do those things I've mentioned there, your confidence will go here. And when you are confident, you are achieving goals. And when you're achieving goals, you are getting money. And when you get financial breakthrough, you can help other people. Just look at confidence as the one thing that will turn your whole life around. Okay? Just look at confidence as that one thing that is holding you back from succeeding, and work on becoming confident. And once you do, a year from now, your life will have changed. And in case you're also scared and you feel maybe it's too late, it's never too late to start working on your confidence. No, it's never too late. And remember, myself, I'm starting this journey today with you. I have not been confident for a while, but I'm working on it. And that's why I researched on that. And I was like, I'm going to share with you on how to be confident. And I'm going to implement the things I've said there. I've been implementing some of them. And you should too. So let's say maybe a year from now, where will we be? Will you be on the other side, where you've achieved your goals, where you walk in a room and everyone turns, where you've actually conquered your fears and become the greatest you could ever be? Or will you still be in bed, postponing the things that you're supposed to do because you just didn't have the courage to work on your confidence? Bye-bye! See you in the next video.